Same-sex marriage advice. My name is Paul Friedman. I founded the Marriage Foundation. And I may have a little bit of a different perspective than most people in that I don't like to separate my couples or my individuals according to that particular distinction. So what if you married someone who has the same gender? You didn't get married to have a sexual relationship. You got married for the same reason everybody else does. You got married so that you could be happier every single day of your life, didn't you? And you got married so that you could experience unconditional love with your soulmate. And there isn't any better vehicle than the institution of marriage to achieve those promises of marriage, which turn into those goals of marriage, which means that you should be working towards those every single day of your life. Because there's some enemies out there, and they're not social enemies. The greatest enemy that you are facing, and by the way, there's a lot to learn about marriage, and when you subscribe to this channel, you will learn more than you can even imagine. The greatest enemy of your marriage is your mind. People don't realize this. You know, love is a spiritual thing. In Western psychology, they don't say that. They go, it's an emotion, or it's an abstract thought. But that's nonsense. It is incredibly tangible. Just because you can't touch it, smell it, taste it, etc., doesn't mean it's not tangible. You know when there is love, don't you? And I don't care what your gender is. You know what the experience of love is. It's very tangible. And by definition, because your senses can't perceive it, it's therefore spiritual. In other words, the spiritual component of marriage, and marriage is spiritual, so marriage itself literally transcends the gender and the same sex and all of that stuff. It's all transcended when you know what you're doing. I've met with individuals, gay, lesbian, etc. I know there's no etceteras, but you know what I mean. I don't care. And it's a hook for psychologists and counselors and people who want to make money off of you to say, oh no, you need special treatment. No, you don't. You have the same needs as everyone else because you have the same goals as everyone else. Being ever expanding love and ever increasing happiness. Those are your goals. So what about, you're going to go, well, what about this and that? Yeah, this and that is happening at a level down here where what you're supposed to be doing is feeding your relationship up here. And if you're doing it up here, then down here gets taken care of. It's really, believe it or not, that simple. It's not simplistic because you need to learn the rules of the road for marriage. What I did was I broke marriage down into principles. And I said, if you follow these principles, and they're universal principles, then you will experience what you're supposed to experience. Now, I laid it out in book form. There's a couple books that I've written, and I put it for people who are having a really tough time and they're sliding towards divorce. I created courses, one for men and one for women, which doesn't mean if you're gay, what do I do, get the men or women? No, if you're a gay man, then you have a male biology, and that's what you use the course for, because what I do is I show how your body, it's your body, it's a possession, it's not you, affects your mind. Again, your mind is a possession, it's not you. And both of those have to be under your control. It is a very unfortunate thing that we have come to think of socially in society as I am this body, I am this mind. Nothing could be further than the truth. Before you were born, you didn't have this body. You didn't have this physical brain, and you didn't have this particular mind. It's been molded by your environment, your memories, your habits, and you need to gain control over that. That's the biggest step in healing a marriage and in bringing it to the place where you want it. Take advantage of these videos and subscribe to this channel. There's so much to learn. Every time you learn something, you can add it to what you know. Remember the goals: happiness and love. Not so hard. Blessings to you. Thank you for spending time with me. Blessings to your spouse and blessings to your family. Thank you. God bless.